and a commotion, and you're going to need surgical operation. When she finished with you, when Johnny was born in town, before she leaves, she say, "Yeah, Johnny, watch that boy, don't let it get too hot." But as she turned away, yeah, Johnny gone go play, and he gonna live to regret this day. Well, the cat jumped through the window, it knocked the board off the stove. The wind blow the fire and make it burn much higher. The fire gets the curtain gets the roof, and Johnny Martha for house down.
Well, we hope you enjoyed that clip from Naughty Johnny. Of course, that is from The Real Ting, sets to air at Shakespeare in Paradise Festival, October 10th to the 13th. And here to tell us more about this particular play in the Shakespeare in Paradise Festival, we're very happy to welcome Mr. Adrian Archer, who's a music scorer and the co-musical director, and Miss Patrice Francis, who's the co-writer for The Real Thing. Good morning and welcome to Bahamas Sunrise.
Good morning. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's
early.
Indeed.
It's very early. It's very early. And I hope y'all didn't leave the pot by the stove like Naughty Johnny did.
But
So
we're in
early
our
in the
house to
morning.
burn down.
Yeah, I don't want that to happen.
Talk about early. He all hours of the night, he have this stuff in his head and he talking.
Yeah, he
This
living
ain't
and
early for you.
sleeping, Naughty
Listen,
Johnny, and The Real Thing.
And The Real Thing.
But he want to act up when he come on the show.
Yeah.
See,
It'll
that's
be brand new.
Now you know how we do.
I know y'all go. That's trauma. That's
Yeah,
trauma
that's
for
drama.
you.
Yes,
But that's exciting because you get to bring that excitement and enthusiasm to our set this morning, and we know
Yes.
we will see that when we see the play come to life. Patrice, I'm going to get started with you.
Sure.
I want you to tell me about this because this is written to Eddie Minnis music.
Listen.
And we all love Eddie Minnis, but how did you guys craft a story around his music?
Well, listen, two words, Philip Burrows.
Okay.
When festival ended last year, he said to me, I need you and Nico to get together. I have an idea for a jukebox musical.
Okay.
And then he went on to explain that a jukebox musical is when the music already exists and then you're trying to craft a story around it. Now,
Okay.
Philip had the story in his head already. He knew that one of the characters had to be Naughty Johnny. These are the songs we grew up on. One of the other characters, Mike, because there's a song that Eddie Minnis has where Mike is a character. So
Okay.
he knew it had to be a story of two brothers.
Okay.
He charged Dr. Bethel and I to go away. She had to write Mike's story. I had to write Johnny's story.
Okay.
And then he took it, merged it, filled in the gaps with his own writing, and we had a script.
Excellent.
He knew the 25 songs that he wanted. Eddie Minnis had given permission. And so the next step was to get Fred Ferguson to rearrange the songs.
Okay.
And then once that was done, my genius on the side of me took that and arranged it for the vocalists, which is a
Okay.
totally different arena. You know, when you look at the creative team that actually works on this, you realize the depth of Bahamian genius and talent. It's just amazing what, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I hear it. I hear you saying all of these different parts that come
Yeah.
together.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And people will only see the show, well, maybe we'll come back again, but this time, certainly for only 3 days. But so much goes into that. And that is a love and a passion that you've got to have. How many, I think you said 20 songs from Eddie Minnis in this
25.
particular
25 songs.
Do you have a favorite that you've arranged, Adrian?
Well, all this stuff is Eddie Minnis' music. And the interesting thing about this is that I really wasn't supposed to be involved in Shakespeare in Paradise this year. Last year when Philip said, okay, I have an idea. Well, you always have to be careful when Philip has an idea.
Oh, yeah.
And it's going to be a jukebox musical and Fred Ferguson's going to arrange the music. I said, that's great. I'll do PR. I'll do publicity. And then he said one day, we need someone to teach the chorus the songs. So I inboxed Fred, who lives away, and I said, Fred, where's the music? Where's the score? And with words I couldn't say on TV, Fred said, what blank score? There is no score. So I said, well, how you teach the music without a score? He said, oh, my brother, it's in my head. You have to write it down. So I spent 3 days clustered in my house
25 songs.
writing all the music because the music did not exist. Literally scoring it all and sitting down, throwing it on the ground and playing it and then having to teach the group the music. And I've found a new love for the music because I've grown up with Eddie Minnis' music as well. And so I don't think there's any one favorite. I do like Naughty Johnny because I like all the action of Naughty Johnny and his mother and the house burning down and people pointing out where he is. But the choreography and the music and the dialogue makes for a very, very brilliant musical.
Okay.
And, you know, I've done musicals for the last 4 or 5 years for Shakespeare in Paradise. I've done Sammy Swain, I've done so many. But this one, Once on This Island, is brilliant. It is the most interesting concept of taking music and writing the score around the music.
Okay.
While other times you would have you have the words and then you write a score to it. So these people have done something that is phenomenal and that I want everybody to come out and see, because if you love Eddie Minnis, you will see Eddie Minnis' music brought to another level. I'm on the stage where he has got, where he didn't even think it should go. And I think it's really, really well done.
I can't stop smiling just because I can imagine, as you guys talk and with the passion that you bring, what we will see on stage.
Oh, definitely.
Who are some of the cast members that we'll get to see
I'm
in
so
this
glad you
particular score?
asked, because don't we have a stellar cast?
Well,
People
yeah, we have lots of singers and actors.
Yes,
And
yes.
actor-singers.
Yes,
I mentioned
yeah,
say,
yeah.
we have Osano Neely, who's been a young child prodigy singer. And we have just so many people who are depths of music and sound. Fabian Bailey Brown, who's a wonderful singer as well. And I think that they all come with their own individual characters. And it's funny how some of the characters that they are, their personalities fit the characters to which they have been cast.
Okay.
From the first reading, which was, I guess, many, many months ago, and having to hone them down and having to work with them, it's really fun. It's funny, it's serious, it's singable. I think this is going to be one of the first places where the audience is
Can
going to
sing
sing
along,
along.
Yeah.
I don't encourage them to do that much of that, but I don't expect that they won't. People are going to say, oh, I recognize that song from this period of my life. And then it's going to be woven in with a very interesting story. So I think the whole thing is very brilliant.
Excellent. And we can actually purchase the sound, right? This
I'm
year.
telling you.
Shakespeare and Paradise should just
Listen,
go and step up a whole
I'm
notch.
telling you,
When you
two
leave the
CD album.
theater, there's
Yes.
a 2 CD album you can buy and take with you,
Wow.
including the dialogue. So if you miss a piece because people are laughing, you just take it back and you play it again, because the story is interesting, the music is interesting. Fred Ferguson has done a fantastic job with rearranging this music that he's grown up with, Eddie Minnis and Ronnie Butler. And I think that people will leave really appreciating our genius in terms of the music that Eddie Minnis is bringing to the stage, bringing to the fore, and what is being brought to the stage.
So I mean, that's exciting. I remember having seen Broadway plays, and then you leave after, and in addition to your little program, you could take away something. So now Shakespeare and Paradise is at that level. You're holding a book,
I'm holding a
Patrice.
book that I'm so excited about. I mean,
Tell me about the book.
Not only do we have that 2 CD album from the Real Ting, but one of the other signature shows this year in Shakespeare in Paradise is called Short Tales.
Okay.
Dr. Nicolette Bethel had the idea to send out a call to Bahamian writers, asking them to submit 10-minute plays so that we could have an evening of 10 10-minute plays, 5 in the first act, 5 in the second act, separated with an intermission. We got 22 submissions from 19 writers, and then they were submitted to a blind panel who, read the plays blindly. They didn't know who the authors were. Chose 10. Those 10 have been published in a book, Shakespeare in Paradise's Short Tales, Volume 1. And these 10 plays will be a part of the Short Tales production. It's going to run on it actually opens festival. So it's October 1st, 3rd, 5th, and 6th in the Philip A. Burrows Black Box Theater. So I'm so excited because, again, people could walk away with a program and a book with those 10 plays in it.
That's so exciting.
I'm telling you,
and
listen.
it's like our writers get the opportunity to see that book published. And I'm hoping, because my hope is always that the Ministry of Education will pull into these things, right? And that at some point those become the stories that you talk about in your BTCC examinations as we celebrate our own culture.
It would be so great.
You always make me so proud, man.
Listen, we are excited. We are really
So
excited.
how can we get tickets? Because of course we want to come and see your Eddie Minnis production, but also just to be a part of the festival overall.
Well, the tickets are available at the Dundas already. In fact, this year, tickets are already been sold a lot sooner than we thought. So the matinee performances for Shakespeare in Paradise, which for the most part are for students, are sold out already.
Excellent.
So you can't get any more tickets. I think there may be 30 tickets left. And so the evening performances are filling out very, very quickly. And I encourage anybody to please come and get your ticket, because there ain't no encore performance. When it's done,
it's done.
It's done. Philip takes the next flight to New York, and I go home to my bed, and we ain't doing it no more. The next performance is 10 years from now, so this is the time to see it. Even if I have to sneak you my complimentary ticket, please
That is everybody, Adrian, because that's
yeah.
So let's move
Now,
that off
okay,
the
let's
table.
go back. Right.
Everybody have to go down to the
get your
Dundas
tickets.
and get your tickets.
So you can call the Dundas, 393-3728, 394-7179, or just, everybody knows where it is basically. You can find out more on our Facebook page, Shakespeare in Paradise. We have a website, shakespeareinparadise.org, and for the first time ever, you can actually go online on the website and purchase tickets online.
Wow.
So some people, find
doing
that a very convenient option.
Excellent.
But yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
so we've got no excuses not to see Shakespeare
No,
in Paradise.
and if you're a Facebook friend of mine, I'm updating it every day with photos and
certainly are.
images from the real thing.
Yes,
So
yes.
you really got to come, and I promise anybody that sees it that they will not be disappointed. And before it takes to the world stage, because I'm convinced that it will.
It will. Yeah.
And it'll cost $400 to see per ticket.
See it now.
Come see it for 30.
Exactly.
Well, I received that. I speak it
Yes.
over you. We all know that only good things happen when you come to Bahamas at Sunrise. So
Thank
we
you.
trust that will come to pass.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much again for giving us your effort in this. Looking forward to an amazing production.
So are we.
And thank you for joining us
So
on
are.
Bahamas at Sunrise.
Thank you,
Thank
Star.
you.
Our pleasure.
You're watching Bahamas at Sunrise. We'll be right back.
Man, things are tough. Furthermore, I ain't old enough. So he's squirting. Holding Joe, holding Joe, holding Joe, I don't let him go. Holding Joe, holding Joe, holding Joe, I don't let him go. Easy. You're old enough to do this to my name. You're old enough to marry she. My son, don't try to run, 'cause he can miss with this shotgun. They say, when you smile, the whole world smiles with you. But I know from experience, man, that just ain't true. Nowadays, when you smile, people wonder what you cannot do. You get back that they suspect you're guilty of some crime. They say